Welcome back to JTV News. Discussions about the national health insurance have been prevalent around the Virgin Islands and remains topical on both traditional and new media sources. Some local entrepreneurs say they are concerned that the mandatory healthcare program may negatively impact the sustainability of their businesses. Chairman of the BVI Chamber of Commerce and Hotel Association, Louis Potter, spoke to JTV News about some of the main concerns being raised by business owners about the NHI plan.
If you were to pinpoint a few of the issues that you consider to be the main ones that have been put forward so far, whether in conversations or otherwise from business operators, business owners, what would you say those would be?
As I understand, but the issues that have been coming up more is issues of whether or not you can use, whether you must use the national health insurance solely, whether it is like your first line and then you can also have a backup policy. Another issue is whether or not a person in going overseas must utilize or must get permission, and how long will it take to get a permission? Those kind of issues. And I believe that once the national health insurance people have a chance to answer those questions and people see the thing operating, I believe those questions will be or could be answered really.
Do you get a sense that most business operators, or at least some of them at least by now, have an appreciation for the NHI and see it as something that can benefit their employees?
Benefit the employees, I think most people have the concept that the NHI will be a benefit. But until it's operational, there will always be questions, because there are people who will adopt and raise questions in a way more in a sort of inquiry way, so until it's operational, many of the questions will still be out there, and there will always be, the challenge of trying to get more and more questions answered.
The BVI CCHA chairman says the association will be working with the NHI implementation team to address the concerns raised by the business community about NHI.
And we are aware that members of the business community do have some questions. We are aware that there's some things that need to be explained. We are aware that there are some misunderstandings. And we're going to be working with the NHI implementers and the business community to ensure that all the questions are answered and that there's a full explanation and understanding of all the issues such as who are as one talk show host called it, who are the carriers of the scheme. The question is who are the reinsurers. My understanding is that there will be a program whereby the NHI is fully reinsured. In addition to that, the whole question of whether or not you can use your own insurance or whether you must use NHI. As I understand it, we'll be seeking to ensure that those questions are fully answered.
Health Minister Ronnie Skelton recently refuted claims made by private insurance companies that the NHI is not economically viable in its present form. Minister Skelton used data from the 2012 NHI Financial Model Report done by the Health Economics Unit at UWI to show that the annual revenue from NHI will be $74,308,000. That figure surpasses the BVI's annual healthcare expenditures of $70,788,000 in the initial stage. Government is projected to contribute some 53% of direct contributions to the NHI.